taking a look at codefights now. I've been encouraging students on WebTech to take part in some of these. I like taking on the company bots. You can see that I've taken on 9 out of the 13, and I'm going to try now at doing one I've already done. Let's try the CFBot. So the CFBot, I've taken it on once and won. I think if I take it on again, I won't get any more points. And it might be the same problem I had last time, but it might be different, but we'll see. Let's see if I can figure out how to take it on. So challenge. Usually there are 3 sections. The first one's usually a bit easier, and the second one is in the middle, and the last one is often quite a difficult thing. So I'm going to take on the codefights bot. You get given a problem, and most of the ones I do are in JavaScript because that's one of the languages I want, and you get some time to read the problem. There's a countdown here. When that hits 0, I'm going to be forced to start code. So just going to pause the video while I read this. Okay, I've read through that. There seems to be a number of cases. It looks to be a fairly straightforward calculation. Not going to involve any algorithms, just running through and applying a calculation, including minimums and maximums. So, still got 1.5 minutes to read. Let's see, marathon length is 100, max score is 400, submissions is 4. Okay, the output should be 310. Why is that? 3 unsuccessful attempts cost that. 30 minutes adds up to that. Okay. Keep the inputs above, but change the number of times 95 again. Okay. Alright, so the input comes in as a single integer, that's the marathon length. The maximum score we can get. Number of submissions. And successful submission time. Alright. Let's just start coding, see how it goes. Right, so here are my parameters coming in. And if you solve a task, let's try and take these cases one at a time. If you solve a task on your first attempt in the first minute, you get max score. Each additional minute you spend on the task adds a penalty. So, minutes, successful submission time. Looks like this isn't a special case. If you solve an attempt on your first attempt within the first minute, you get max score points. Each additional minute you spend on the task adds a penalty to your final score. So let's try and follow the specification, and we'll start off with a variable penalty, and we'll start that out at 0, and we'll just add up as we go. So each additional minute you spend on the task adds a penalty of max score times that divided. That looks like a fairly straightforward calculation. So let's add in that first clause. Pen plus equals. So we don't need a plus equals here. We could just use an equals, but it's nice to have these lines so they can be put in any order. Penalty, I think I can just follow that. So max score divided by 2 times by 1 divided by marathon length. That's fine. Of course, I'm worried if marathon length was 0, then we'd have a problem there. But I'm pretty sure it said somewhere that marathon length will be within certain bounds, so I'm not even going to test that. Each unsuccessful attempt adds a penalty of 10 to your final score. Number of submissions. There's submissions there, so number of unsuccessful, assuming I get it right, then the number of unsuccessful submissions will be 1 minus that. So I want to do pen plus equals 10 times submissions minus 1. So that's the number of unsuccessful submissions. I multiply them by 10. After all the penalties are deducted, if the score is less than score over 2, you still get score over 2. Okay, so if after all the penalties are deducted, if the score is less than that, you still get score over 2 points. So let's put in the return. Return is max points or max score take away the penalties, but I want the maximum out of that value. So that's math.max. The maximum value of that's my actual score, and the minimum is max score divided by 2. Oops. Max score divided by 2. Running out of space a little bit here. Let's put a semicolon at the end of that. And return ret. That should be the final answer. Okay, I'm just going to have a go at that. Run the sample tests. Okay, that could have gone better. Looks like I'm wrong on everything. No, test 1, test 2. Looks like test 2 I got right. You can see test 2 I got right. That was 200. But test 1 I got wrong, and test 1 I think is the one usually that they describe here. So I output 368. The correct answer should have been 310. Let's just read through the example because this happens to be the one that we got wrong. Marathon length is 100, max score is 400, number of submissions is 4, successful submission time equals 30. The output should be 3 unsuccessful attempts cost 30. Good, I'm sure I got that right. Keeping the same number of inputs as above. Yeah. Okay, I think I missed the clause about the time. Keeping the same number of parameters above but changing the number. Okay, I can see what I did wrong. This penalty here, that's the penalty per minute after the first minute. So I need to multiply that by number of minutes, take away 1. So the successful submission time, that's successful submission time, take away 1. Try that. No, I'm still getting this one wrong. Okay, I'm out by 2. Okay, I shouldn't have been taken away 1. Number of successful submissions. Nope, I needed that one there. It's this takeaway 1 here that I shouldn't have included. So those brackets are redundant now. Let's get rid of redundant brackets. Try again. Oh, so I'm doing better. But this one here, successful submission time is -1. So that was under a minute. I'm sure that was written in the specification. So if you submit in 0 time, it gives you a -1 presumably. So let's make that math.max of that value and 0. So if it was within the first minute, then that's going to say successful submission time, but it must be at least 0. Try it again. Still not right. Successful submission time. The output is 0. The expected output, no, my output was 2. The expected output was 0. Still not reading it right. That -1. So this input successful submission time -1, that indicated they didn't submit successfully. So let's take out this math.max. That's going to work out because if it was in the first minute, then that value will be 0 and there'll be no penalty. As if that value is less than 0, then we want to return 0. So we'll just say the condition is if successful submission time, if that is less than 0, then you get 0. Otherwise, return ret. That's a special case. That's more like it. So we got 4 tests done successfully. Can't see any reason to put in any extra tests. What I'm looking for is possible divide by 0, so that marathon length. That's the only division I've got, and I'm pretty sure the specification guarantees that the marathon length is positive. So marathon length is at least 100, so that can't be 0. Can't see any other opportunities for a divide by 0. I'm just going to submit all of those. We got that one right. Okay, so that first job just required a simple calculation, no loops, an if statement effectively. This is an if statement. So this is saying if the successful submission time is less than 0, then return 0, otherwise the calculation that we had before. I'm going to move on to the next one in the next video. So this is the first task of 3. I'm going to stop this video and start a new one for the second part.